Hey there, guys. I am here live with Chubby Dudley. Thank you so much for taking the time to come do this interview with me. It's great to have you here. Is there anything you would like to say before we get started?
Hey, I'm honored to be here and super excited that you even asked me. And I'm gonna put this guy over. He was super patient to work around my insane work schedule, so thank you.
Yeah, man. They got you working, don't they?
Hey man, when you grow up and be a big kid, it's all you do is work.
Yeah. All right. First question. How did you get into wrestling?
Ooh. All right, so I'll tell you off the bat. It's only three questions, but if you want to ask questions, ask questions. Let's have some fun. Um, I got into wrestling. I was 20 years old. Um, in my teenage years, I wanted to be a rock star. I played guitar, and this was during the 80s. The 80s hair bands were the big thing. I wanted to have hair 6 feet high, and as people saw me as Chubby Dudley, I had really long hair. Um, Played in bands and just could never get it going. And my backup plan in life, because I was a high school dropout, my backup plan in life was to become a professional wrestler. So in 1990, uh, God's honest truth, it's a little crazy and a little maybe a little much for a 15-year-old, but I was playing in a band, and one of the guys in the band got arrested for breaking and entering. So he went to jail, and I was like, "What am I doing? Like, this is just stupid now and ridiculous." And wrestling seems like a better thing. So I sold my guitars, sold my amps, sold all my music equipment, got my down payment to go to wrestling school, and September of 1990, I joined Ringmasters Wrestling School in Philadelphia with the Joel Goodhart and Tri-State Wrestling Alliance.
Nice, nice. All right. Second question. What is the craziest thing that you witnessed in ECW?
Oh, I mean the thing that always pops in my head. I'll say this: the craziest thing in the ring that really shocked the hell out of me was when the Shane Douglas and uh, Gary from the Pitbulls had their feud going, and Gary had broken his neck, and he had a halo that was bolted into his skull, and they were in the ring doing a thing, and Shane grabbed the halo and started going like this, and I was like,
Oh, my.
I at that point I was like, this is this is insane. This this is a little too much now. I don't know what's going on here. That really freaked me out. That was the thing in the ring that freaked me out. In the locker room, story I've told many times is Brian Pillman had come into ECW for maybe 2 months, and New Jack had said or Pillman had said the N word, and New Jack went nuts. And when Pillman came back from the ring into the dressing room, New Jack attacked him. And at
Oh,
the
my.
time, Brian Pillman, um, he had like reconstructive surgery on his leg, and he literally had you like I remember clear as day. The picture is so vivid in my mind. Steel like spikes, rods, whatever you want to call them, holding his knee and leg all in place, and they got into a fist fight in the locker room, full
Wow.
blown fist fight, and I was like right there, and I was like right in the middle, and I mean the whole locker room was pulling them apart, but that was in the locker room. That was the craziest thing because I mean New Jack was crazy as is, and everybody knows that, but um, Pillman matched his crazy because it didn't phase him one bit, and he was not backing down from New Jack.
Wow. Wow. All right. Last question. Who came up with the idea of Chubby Dudley for you to bring out to the ring, all that fun stuff?
Paul Heyman. I I um I was in ECW originally when it was Eastern Championship Wrestling as one of the Hell Riders. Um, I was let go when Eddie Gilbert came in, and about 2 years later, I was watching ECW, and because I was hearing great things about it, I had become a fan now of the product because I really did not like the product of Eastern Championship Wrestling. So I was hearing all the buzz of ECW and the Extreme, and I started watching it, and I saw the Dudleys debut, and I was like, wow, I look like these guys. I mean, I could be a Dudley. And it turned out after they debuted Little Snot Dudley, there was three of them. There was Little Snot, Big Dick, and Dudley Dudley. Little Snot got in a car accident or something and was done. He was out, so they needed somebody else. So Stevie Richards, who I went to wrestling school with and worked on the indies with, he called me up and he said, "Hey, we have this new gimmick, the Dudley Brothers. I don't know if you've seen it." I said, "Yes." He goes, "I think you'd be perfect for it. You'll fit right in. You look like one of them." I'm like, I said the same exact thing when I saw it on TV. He said, "All right." He goes, next weekend we're back at the arena. Um, Come to the hotel afterwards, and I'll introduce you to Paul, and we'll see what he says." And go to the hotel in the lobby, talking to Richards, and Paul walks up to the two of us, and he just takes one look at me, and he goes, "Oh my God, another effing Dudley." And and Richards goes, "This is the guy I was telling you about." So Paul says to me, he goes, "Do you have a tie dye?" I said, "No." He goes, "Buy a tie dye." He goes, "What do you want your gimmick to be?" And I always wanted to do a gimmick like I wanted to be Beautiful Bay. That's what I wanted to do. And any promoter I worked for would nobody would approve it. Nobody would say yes, do it. So I said to Paul, I said, "I want to be Studley Dudley." And he goes, "Nope, not happening." He's like, "Bring food, get a tie dye, get glasses, see you next weekend." And that's how it started.
Great, great. Oh, and so before we get out of here, everybody check out the React and Chill YouTube channel with Chubby Dudley. I've watched some of your stuff on there. It's very
Thank you.
entertaining. Yeah, of course. And so, is there any other social medias, or is there any upcoming events or anything that you would like to shout out?
Absolutely. Just okay on Facebook and YouTube. Just go to Chubby Dudley Official. For me there. Subscribe, like, follow, all that happy, fun stuff. I am currently involved in the biggest thing of my career. Um, the TWA has decided to do a reunion show after 33 years. Um, the TWA was the precursor to ECW. And the people that know what the TWA was, it was hardcore, it was wrestling, it was extreme before extreme. And the shows were huge shows. Um, Promoter Joel Goodhart has came to me and asked me to be part of this. And he has given me the reins to be his booker and basically his partner in this whole crazy thing. So May 3rd at the former ECW arena, the 2300 arena, we are doing WrestleCon during the day from noon to 3:30, and then that night we have the one and done show because we're doing one show and that's it. We're done. We're not coming back. It's just a night to have a reunion, to give a proper closing to the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance because it never truly happened. And we want it to be, a great time to catch up with everybody, people, and it was a big thing in Philadelphia. I mean, they would draw crowds of 2,500 to 3,000 people. So May 3rd, 2,300 Arena. TWA is back for 24 hours. We're doing WrestleCon, one and done. And this weekend, the full card will be announced. We've announced 4 matches so far. We've announced a bunch of talent for WrestleCon. People like Sabu will be there, Shane Douglas, Sandman, Blue Meanie, um, Dangerous Doug Gilbert, Wildfire Tommy Rich, myself, a lot of the stars of the Tri-State Wrestling Alliance. It's going to be a jam-packed, action-packed show. Medusa, WWE Hall of Famer, will be there. This is really, it's going to be a very, very emotional, memorable night for everybody involved. So go to 2300arena.com, get your tickets. Tickets are on sale now. There is limited seating. There's only 897 seats, and this show will sell out. Get your tickets now.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% going to sell it after hearing all those names. I can just tell it's going to be a great event.
That's just a small fraction.
Yeah, yeah. Great. I'm glad that you're able to be involved in all that and stuff. So that's good for you.
Absolutely.
All right. So thank you so much for your time here, Chubby Dudley. Y'all go check.
You.
And all your stuff will be linked in the description so they can easily access. All right. I'm out, guys. I will see you guys.